Coach, not the first innings that we expected. How do you analyze the first innings?
Is that something which you say, not the first thing which you expected? Well, yeah, in many ways, yeah, to get bowled out before for 50 overs was not something which even I expect. But we have to understand that every new game which you play and every new skill sets which you come across, there will be some sort of challenge. And today we were tested. We were tested by some new plan, new angles from where they were bowling, and more importantly, we were not able to stitch partnerships, which was our strength. Most of the times when we have done well, or most of the times I mean all the games that we have played so far, somebody stood up, from the top four, and he was able to carry it all the way till the 40th over. That is part of our blueprint. We missed out on that part today, and that was the reason I think we were not able to achieve a respectable target. I thought 240 to 50 was something we should have scored, and we should have batted 50 overs.
Yeah, regarding the opening, we have seen individual players, openers playing individual innings, but we have not been able to stitch that opening partnership. How big of an issue is that if you're trying to play for the Asia Cup?
Well, if you're trying to play for Asia Cup, obviously it's a totally different level of experience, skill sets, and a full member team which you're talking about. If we consider the challenges that we are in right now, I wouldn't say it's a big worry thing. I mean, it comes down to being switched on to that one ball battle, and sometimes it goes against you. The awareness which we always talk about, and situational awareness mainly. I think the situational awareness is where we showed a lot of maturity in the past. Today, in phases, we missed out on that situational awareness to bring in the right skills which are required for that particular phase, to win those phases in partnerships. I'm sure that, a new experience like this is learning. Every new experience, I mean, sometimes you don't get the desired results, but today for me it's the experience which you take on board and take the learnings of that experience, of having not done properly.
So we struggled against the left armers, especially the Qatar teams were full of left armers. So how do you think the players can cope up going forward, especially in this side?
By practicing more, by facing them more. Left arm angles to the right handers definitely is a different angle. So it comes down to practicing a little more. With our side armers also we try to do that. We have Ashutosh who bowls left arm with his sticks, and we have been using that angles as well to practice. Pratish is there in bowling, when he brings in and tests them sometimes. But at the moment I don't think we can expect that those things you can solve overnight. It's a gradual progress. I mean, the more you understand what is working for you, what is not working for you, the more you'll try to create a plan around it in your preparation. And once you deep dive into preparation, fully involved, you will know that what is working for you, and then from there the trust towards that process starts. And once you deep dive into that process against those particular angles, then you are completely focused and concentrating towards what is coming to you, and you'll try to respond to that in a most positive way.
So with 158, 157 on the board, we saw the body language of the players, not what you expect when you have just 157 on the board. And the boys were saying that environment helped them to come up in the second innings. So did you think the total was enough when you came on to bowl?
Again, the evidence. Let us go into the evidence of this year's journey. The journey that we started off from game 1 in the WCL2 to where we are in the Asia Cup qualifiers. There are times when we have to bat first and we have defended scores. Today was a different score to defend, so we were walking to the unknowns. But the thing is a skill set. I think our boys believed in the fact that once they sneak through in the phase 1 power play, they will have an upper hand, and exactly that's what happened. Bowling partnerships we were able to see. We were able to see how Lalit was able to hold on from one end, and how Sandy was ensuring that he attacks from one end with his skills. Same way goes for Sompal. Sompal was so disciplined, so patient, and he was attacking the stumps in the right way. And you saw what Sompal was able to do with the ball as well. I think these are the kind of things which you look forward to. Sometimes you might not get the exact score that you are desiring for. Today the ball was speaking for us. He defended that 150, 158. I forgot the number again, but that shows the character, right? I mean, that is exactly what you want in a good team. And this team is on that journey which I keep talking about, with a champion mindset. And we want to keep on building this story. Every time I would love to keep on seeing these new faces. Look at that partnership between Sandeep and Lalit. Look at the way Lalit handled it from the other side. I'm more than Sandy. I know Sandy's abilities, but I enjoyed what Lalit was able to do from the other side. And those 40 runs mattered. That mattered because in a way that small little partnership of 10th wicket shifted a little bit of belief and moment in our side. And that is what we carried on in the second half.
We used to speak about the one ball battles, and Lalit was facing that in practice today. So what were your expectations when you sent him into bat?
Well, he's practicing for that. He's practicing for absorbing from one end. And every time when he gets chance in the nets, he does that very regularly to ensure that he's someone who at least plays a support role well. I was very happy to see that some part of that came out in the field out there in one ball battles.
We experimented with Sompal today. We had a stable middle order, but we tried on him. That didn't work out. But can we expect such things to come, or was it presence of mind in this game specifically?
See, in a blueprint, when we try to plan, when we try to prepare, we try to plan and prepare for winning phases. And Sompal today was again, I think it didn't work out for us, but the thought process was that Sompal can again go there and play his role from one end, hold on one end nicely, and maybe Rohit can go a little more deep in his innings, and unfortunately it didn't happen. And same I was expecting still when Kushal Malla walked in, that Sompal and Kushal Malla had a good experience of last time around creating that partnership together. I was hoping that will work today, but it didn't happen. So that happens sometimes, but we'll do our homework again and we'll see who is the right person to be signed over there in that phase.
2 games away from the Asia Cup, we played 2-3 games. 1 game got was away. But what are your takeaway from this tournament, and what can we expect going forward?
Take away from every game, every tournament, every experience that the players are having is to ensure that they build on to their strengths. I think our players are getting mature towards that part, and I'll urge all my players to keep doing the same thing. Build on to your strengths. Build on to your strengths and keep on bringing your strengths in the next game when you play whoever the opponent is. And the moment the focus is only on the next game now.
So who do you expect to come in the next game?
Whoever comes. See, when you are on the journey of building your story, I don't think you worry about the opponents. You only think about what you want to build for yourself. And we were very proud of what we are trying to build for ourselves. Our deepest identity, to be the fierce competitor, as a Nepal cricket team.
Coach, back to the batting side. Scary moments both before the semi-final and final.
Say again?
Back to the
batting side.
Scary moments before the semi-final and finals.
Scary moments?
Scary moment. A moment.
Scary moments. There is nothing like word as scary moments. Challenging moments. Challenging moments is where you actually understand who you are, as a character. And I was again happy to see if something like this happens again. I will expect one of the players will stand up. One word which goes out very well in a happy dressing room is trust. We trust each other. We know someone will stand up.